ongoing dependence on the once rich gold mining region of Western Area is having a negative effect on the socio-economic development of the region. Employment opportunities in this sector will continue to decline as more mines close in the coming decades. With a more comprehensive understanding of the risks, community needs and perceptions, Goldfields' approach has moved from one of compliance to one focused on good practice. One of its strategic initiatives has been the formation of the Goldfields and Sibanye Alliance. Together with other interested stakeholders, it aims at developing a diversified economy that will help restore the once thriving agricultural sector in this region.
The dependency that communities have on a mine is inherently a negative thing, because you know that mining is finite, and at some stage a mine will close. There's a couple of things that's important in terms of preventing that kind of situation, and the first one is diversification of the local economy. The diversified economy is effectively an economy that is parallel to that of the mine, and what that does is it takes away the dependency that the community has on the mine.
In 2015, the Alliance commissioned NGOs Seriti and Afrigrow to help bring together interested parties, including government, municipalities, mines and communities.
So Afrigrow is a non-profit company which works with mining companies throughout South Africa and Mozambique. Afrigrow's area of expertise lies around community-driven agricultural programs. And what we like to say is we're growing food, farmers and livelihoods.
A series of workshops were organized for this purpose, and one of the outcomes was the formation of AgriFuture Primary Cooperative at Donaldson Dam. A collaboration between the mining companies, local community organizations Afrigrow and the Gauteng Department of Agricultural and Rural Development, the newly registered cooperative comprises 50-odd members.
As part of Phase 1 in the establishment of Donaldson Dam, we were tasked to identify new farmers and place them on a vegetable farm. And that was done through the organizational workshop process.
These members are organized into teams with varying responsibilities that range from looking after crops, worm farms, vehicle maintenance, administration and security.
So we start off by getting a piece of land, and there, in my role as production manager, is decide what can we do there, what do we need to develop it. Then we start first looking for irrigation water, because you have to have that with vegetables. And also we put together a production plan. For winter we had certain crops, for summer we had certain crops, and the area, what is the general area where you produce. But the most important of all is the people.
Their eyes were open when they see that we have something to produce and able to sell direct to the reliable markets like Spa and Aludale markets, then also direct to the community. So now everyone is happy, everyone knows his or her role. As you can see all around, when we wake up, we know that we are here to produce and feed this community.
Now I'm working.
One of Afrigrow's roles is mentoring farmers and helping them develop new skills to build sustainable livelihoods.
And so the GARP project was conceptualized and presented to the Alliance board for consideration and approved for what we call the pilot phase, which is the establishment of 2 outgrowers. The intention of GARP and the outgrowers is to allow a community agricultural enterprise, which is largely inexperienced because it's a newly established enterprise, to interact with a commercial farmer.
So taking people from knowing very little about something to a point where they actually understand what they're doing. And it's a combination of that we believe will bring about a success.
These outgrowers are 20-hectare farms each. They are production under center pivot irrigation. They produce maize, soya, small white beans and watermelons.
The fact that the mines are leasing the land means that the recipients don't pay for land. Secondly, because we have an agri-center and we have an arrangement with the commercial farmer, initially they don't have to worry about equipment. What we are doing through this project is we're taking away that strain, allowing the project to become successful from a financial revenue generation point of view, and then slowly, with the right mentorship and guidance, assisting that project to start buying its own equipment over time.
To date, the Gold Alliance, together with South Deep Community Trust, the South Deep Education Trust and the Western Area Community Trust have invested more than 10 million rand in this project.
Going on from phase one, we identified the need to diversify the agricultural program into other commodities. And so accordingly, initiatives in poultry production, in grain production were identified as an immediate phase two.
The Alliance's commitment to restoring the agricultural sector is a long-term project. No doubt, the benefits will impact the region in many more ways.
We're talking at least 10 years, but we know that at the end of this process, you are more likely to have individual units that are completely sustainable and independent.